Ladies and gentlemen, I am here with Rainer Barnard, who is the head of research and development for Van Cleef Arpels, and he's going to bring us through some of the novelties with us here. How are you, sir?
I'm fine, and I'm happy to be with you to actually show you what we did, because we've been doing this for 4 years, and now it's a good way to present it to you.
Thank you very much. I don't know what the protocol is with like gloves on. Maybe we should like fist bump.
Thank you.
Excellent. So, I see you have here the levers on the bridge, and gem set levers on the bridge with grisaille. Magnificent. And I know that has also inspired the most recent watch that you've done called the Bal des Amoureux.
Yes, exactly.
But why don't we start with the historic watch first?
Yes.
Walk us through that.
So actually, as you know, here on this watch, we call it Pont des Amoureux Lady Arpels.
Right.
And we have the lovers actually walking up a bridge in order to meet on top.
Indeed.
And to kiss right when they meet.
Yes.
So they will meet, they will kiss for 3 minutes. We thought it's time to discover a new place where they meet. It's a new spot in Paris, and we actually highlighted the spot through 4 different times of the day.
Fantastic.
This is sunrise, the morning, sunset, and moonlight.
Beautiful.
And these specific atmospheres of these moments of the day, we actually try to interpret these through the choice of colors, designs on the dial, of course, but also on the bracelet, which actually is a new bracelet, a new version of the Hydro bracelet of the season watches that we made before.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And is it all possible to operate it so that the levers will in fact kiss?
Yes, of course you can do. You know that we integrated an unlimited number of kissing inside, so actually
It's the kiss button.
Yes, if you don't want to wait for 12 hours, actually you press here and you have the lovers running up, waiting just a second to look into their eyes before they kiss. I don't know whether you saw that.
I did.
And then they go back down. We call this the poetic stop.
I love that. I love the fact also that you've done the enameling on the dials in a very interesting way. For the ones that are in the daylight in particular, you see it's almost watercolor-like.
Yes, yes,
Talk to me
absolutely.
about this technique.
It is a grisaille technology, so grisaille enameling. So you start with a golden base. Yeah? You put either dark or white enamel, and then you add grisaille colors, which actually are see-through, and you can actually create really soft transitions as well as a strong contrast. So if you look, for example, around here at the moon, these really soft transitions, this is only able to be done with the grisaille technology that we master since quite a while. It's a technology actually coming from the 16th century, developed in France.
I have to say, this is probably my favorite genre of complication for any maison that has its roots as a jeweler, and I know you call it poetic complication, but
Yes.
I really love it. I think it's interesting to think about time no longer as a civil reading, but as an expressive, poetic language.
Absolutely.
And you do that perfectly here as well. So let's transition from here to the Bal des Amoureux, and maybe you can explain to us a little bit about that watch.
We have the Bal des Amoureux is a watch where we actually created a complete new environment for the lovers. They're not on a bridge anymore, but they are in a guinguette environment. That's a French word, and it means guinguette.
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 Yes.
And it means, it's a name for a type of cafe. It's a street cafe where you have tables on the outside, chairs. You have these electric wires with the lamps on it, these lampions, right? And you have music, you have dance, and people go there to feel good, to talk, to communicate, you know. So actually, it's like a party place to feel good and feel the positive vibrations of the life.
I love it.
So we saw the lovers actually in this environment being dancing, and as you can see on the dial, it looks like this. So there in the center, and in the back, you can see in the sky really far away, you can see the 2 stars moving. And while they move, they indicate the time. It's a double retrograde.
Very nice.
And whenever the stars are aligned, that's the moment when they actually go closer, lean over for a kiss. So we actually have a combination of a translation and a rotation. And this happens at midday, at midnight. And also you can trigger it off on demand. So you actually press here and you can see that the lovers will actually go together, lean over for the kiss, and then go back. So here again, we integrated a unlimited number of kissing inside, right? And when you
I like the way you think, Rainer.
when you can have a look, it's really like a translation. So they go closer, and then there's this leaning over for the kiss, and you can even see. Have a look at the arms, you know, because
Wow,
in
the
order to do
articulation's
that, we had to
incredible.
integrate 3 articulations. One is in the hand,
Right.
one is in the shoulder, and one is on the hip.
Incredible.
You can also see that I like the fact that she's actually moving up the leg a little bit. Have a look. She's like when you turn it.
Oh,
now,
like
now,
an elegant woman.
right? Do you
Yes,
see that?
exactly.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yes.
And so this was maybe the major difficulty to get this done really smoothly.
Yeah.
You know, and that it looks really like 2 people kissing, right?
Well, it's really extraordinary, the sort of all the different métiers that we see here, right? From, you've got, as you mentioned, the double retrograde indicator at the very top of it, but then on top of that, you've got some of the most extraordinary sort of miniature engraving in 3 dimensions, plus enameling in grisaille again,
Exactly.
plus gem setting, plus automats. And automats
Yes.
are, of course, figures that create an animation on the dial, here done with this very beautiful and poetic coming together of a man and woman. I love what you're saying about how the lady lifts her leg demurely, I believe. Look at
Yes, exactly.
that's so charming.
Yes. It's a new chapter to the story. You can
Right.
see the same handwriting.
Yeah.
You can really recognize the same lovers. It's interesting also from the side of the level. So we have at the background we really have the sky. Then we have the stars on top. Then we have the cloud. The stars sometimes are hidden a little bit behind the cloud, right? And the idea is here, the poetic, if you have a look, you have to actually look a little bit for the stars. You have to work a little bit to read the time. You have to actually dive into the story to read the time. It's a double retrograde.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
And the watch actually invites you to take the time to read the time.
I love
because
it.
time is the most precious thing we have.
Yes.
So actually you have to slow down a little bit.
It's a kind of slow and contemplative relationship you have with time here, which
Absolutely.
is very nice. So it's
Absolutely.
8:55, and normally 8:55 you'd be a little bit stressed because you're like, oh, it's the end of the hour. What do I need to do? I have to accomplish something. But here you don't care.
You don't care.
It's just
and
marvelous.
And you can actually dive into the story. On the back side, we have the story is continued. This is a glass enameled from the inside.
Oh wow, cool.
Different layers of enamel, and the engraving, which actually completes the back side.
I forgive me for asking such a direct question, but what is the price of such a watch?
Oh, I don't know. I'm the development guy, so I don't.
There is no price on
there
love.
is no. It's priceless.
It's priceless.
It's priceless.
Exactly.
What I can say is our handwriting during the development is we try to actually develop in a way, the most clever way. And here we found a way actually to integrate one cam, which actually drives the translation and the rotation of the lovers. It's one single cam, which enabled us really, if you have a look at the thickness of the piece.
Yeah, I was going to say the wearability is quite
even though we
remarkable.
have different 5 layers of the dial, it comes out really nicely because we worked a long time on an architectural level in order to reduce really the components required by this piece.
Rainer, I feel I have to remove my gloves to shake your hand because it's really a fantastic job. Bravo.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for tuning in. If you like our content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe below. And yeah, really
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. Bravo. Fantastic.